And together.
Life is a time pass, क्या फर्क पड़ता है, कोई दिक्कत नहीं, पता नहीं, जो थारी राय सो भारी राय, nothing to do, nowhere to go, देखो सुनो मत बोलो, wherever, whenever, whatever you are, be 100% करे नाटक, किसी को आओ मत कहो, किसी को जाओ मत कहो, ना कुछ पाना ना कुछ खोना. Who asked you live at zero complete level? मौज में रहो, be happy.
Sri Krishna, Sri Krishna, Sri Krishna, Sri Krishna. Gurur Brahma, Gurur Vishnu, Gurur Devo Maheshwaraha, Guru Sakshat Param Brahma, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Once a gentleman, he told his wife, and she asked me this question: why you go for listening to satsang? If you convince me, I'll come. Then she says, Swamiji, I don't know why I come, but I do come. So what reply should I give him? I said, don't tell him anything. Keep him away. Because he will create confusion in your mind. See, when we are clear about what is that we want to achieve or attain in life, what is that we want? Do we want to attain something, dependence on something or somebody? Or we want to discover total freedom? So what is the total freedom? Sarvam paravasham dukkham. All dependence is misery. Sarvam atmavasham sukham. Independence is happiness. We have to discover this independence. The dependence begins from our body identification. So those who are listening to Vedanta for years together, what happens in their life? That they become very dry in their life. There is no charm in their life. See? So by looking at them, we feel, thank God I didn't go into that path. See? Therefore, Vedanta doesn't make us a dehydrated food. No. We are full of cheer, life, happiness. Then only we are studying and digesting Vedanta. And therefore, the first step that is told in Vedanta is you have to be qualified. If you get into a class for which you are not qualified, you will get bored, frustrated, and declare that class is useless. Because we are not qualified. In the same manner, Vedanta is for whom? Vedanta is for those who have lived their life and they have not yet discovered fulfillment in life. What is fulfillment? Absolute independence. Not dependent on anything or any being. When I was talking on Brihadaranyaka Upanishad at the instance of Satya Sai University for Human Excellence, they called me and told during our Corona festival time, Swamiji, we don't have anybody to teach that, so you please take that text for us. So I started. And They said, what is the timing? I said, you tell me what is timing for you. So they say timing will be okay in the afternoon, 2:30 to 3:30, and in the evening, 8:30 to 9:30. I said, why this timing? No, so that in the morning they would have their classes, they will finish their lunch, and then from 2:30 to 3:30, they will listen to Vedanta. And evening, their dinner, their games, everything will be over. And then from 8:30 to 9:30, they will learn. I say this Brihadaranyaka Upanishad tells you have to study this Upanishad, Aranyaka. You have to go to the forest. Meaning what? Unless we are fully withdrawn, we will not be able to go deeper into the Tatparya Nirnay, what we call in English as the moral of the story. See? Now we are in a gross body understanding. So here we have seen the first step in Vedanta is we have to discover freedom from body identification. Now, a big problem. I am talking to you after body identification. You are looking at me after body identification. I can't say you are listening. I can only say looking. Pata nahi listening hai ki nahi. So, we are both body identified. Great Mahatmas like Bhagwan Ramana Maharshi, Ramakrishna Paramahamsa, Anandamayi Ma, Shirdi Sai Baba, they were also living like you and me. What is the difference? See? So if this is the approach, the first step, successful step on the spiritual path according to Vedanta is freedom from body identification. How can it happen? So yesterday I gave you example. The mirror and reflection in the mirror, that of a bird and ours. So what is the difference? The bird takes the reflection to be real and suffers. We look into the reflection, we don't take it real and we enjoy. So, body identification is not the problem. Problem is taking body identification as a real is the problem. See? If you are living in America as American citizen and you have to drive the car, then you have to drive the car on the right side of the road. No, but I am Indian origin. Then go back to India. See? In the same manner, it's so simple. If you are living as body, no problem. Then accept everything associated with the body. What is associated? Sthulasya sambhava jara marnani dharma. Body is born, then it is growing vertically, horizontally, then it has got old age. See, there are 6 qualities of the body. Jayate, asti, vardate, viparinamate, apakshiyate, vinashyati iti षड vikaravat eta sthulam shariram. It is born, it grows, then it is subject to modification, and then it has got the diseases, it has got the old age, and one day the body dies. These are the attributes of the body. Accept them gracefully. That is Vedanta. We don't have to kill ourselves. We don't have to go to the forest and do sadhana. No. Number one. Secondly, after body identification, only all the possessions and relations, the sukha kachra and gila kachra comes. So, our whole life is around these 2 things, sukha kachra and gila kachra. To such an extent that whether we are required or not required, we are unable to understand that because so much obsessed with the body. Therefore, these body dharmas are there, but we have to take it that what is this body? It is born. Do we have the experience of birth? No. How can I be the body? Body grows. Do we have the experience of growth? No. How can we be the body? The body dies. Do we have the experience of death? No. How can we be the body? Then we are functioning through the body. With this understanding, lead your life. No problem. Therefore, sthulasya sambhava jara maranani dharma sthaulya dava bahuda shisudadyavastha. And also the body goes through so many modifications right from childhood onward. Thereafter, varnashramadi niyama bahuda yamasyuhu. After body identification only, we are Brahmana, Kshatriya, Vaishya, Shudra, we are Indian American, we are tall, short, we are cultured, uncultured. After body identification. See? Similarly, puja, avamana, bahumana, mukha, vishesha. And only after body identification, only the respect and disrespect. These days, children don't respect the elders. All elders have got this funny notion. When you have to demand respect, you don't command. Respect is never demanded. Therefore, such people living as the body for the body, throughout the life, they keep on suffering and nobody can help them. Now, this body is further analyzed. Now, what are the other aspects of the body? Buddhindriyani shravanam tvakshi granam cha jivva vishayavabodhanat vakpanipadam gudamapyastha uppastha karmendriyani pravanena karmasu. Now, this all you know, I will not go in detail. 5 Jnanendriyas, 5 Karmendriyas. Jnanendriyas are 5 you know, and also associated with the mind or intellect, and so also Karmendriya, the 5 organs of action, and associated with the prana. So prana is a powerhouse, karma is done with this prana. The Jnanendriyas are the knowledge, therefore associated with the mind or the intellect. These are the instruments through which we come in contact with the world. Now, thereafter, निगद्यते अंतःकरणं मनोदि अहंकृति चित्तमिति स्ववृत्तिभिः मनस्तु संकल्प विकल्पनादिभिः बुद्धि पदार्थावसाय धर्मतः अत्राभिमानात् अहमिति अहंकृति स्वार्थानुसंधान गुणेन चित्तम. Now further explain. Now antakaranam, bahikaranam, external instrument. Karan means instrument. So hands are the instrument for working outside. Legs are the instrument for walking outside. Then the speech is for the talking to others. These are external instruments. Similarly, antakaran is what? Mano, dhi, ahankruti, chitta, 4 of them. What is called in Vedanta as antakaran chatushtay. We all know Brahmaji created this world. Brahmaji has 4 heads, totality, and he created this world. Be very attentive. We are mini Brahmaji. We have got these 4 heads. Mana, Buddhi, Chitta, Ahankara. Mind is the state of thoughts, which is doubtful state of thought is called as mind. Be very attentive, I am going to tell you something more than the usual. So, doubtful state of the thoughts is mind. Decisive state of the thought is the intellect. Then memory state of the thought is the chitta. And ownership state of the thought is ahankar. Like eyes structurally different from the ears structurally different from the nose. So external instruments are structurally different, functionally different. But internal instruments, mana, buddhi, chitta, ahankar, they are not structurally different. They are only functionally different. See? Like man, a structure. Then he becomes the son, he becomes the husband, he becomes the father. So these are only functional differences of the man. It is not when he becomes the husband, he gets two horns and a tail. No. He continues to be the same. Only functional differences. Exactly the same way. Our antakarana has these four different stages of quality of the thought. I'll repeat it, get it clearly. Confused state of thoughts is mind, decisive state of thought is intellect, the memory state of the thought is chitta, and the ownership state of the thought is the ahankar. So when we are talking about state of thoughts, the question comes, thoughts come on whom? So on that, where the thoughts come, that is called as antakaran. So it is not antakaran, chatushta means four. Antakaran, and it has got the four stages. See, friends, normally we get lost only in this antakaran, chatushta. No. Antakaran, it has got the four stages. So, Marodi ahangriti iti swavrittivihi. Then, manastu sankalpa vikalpanadivihi buddhi padartha vyavasaya dharmataha atra abhimanat aham iti ahankriti. Now the question comes, whose doubt? My doubt. Whose decision? My decision. Whose memory? My memory. So these three, doubts, decisions and memory, they are owned by the fourth one, and that is called as the ahankar. Friends, ahankar is not ego. Many people mistake this terminology in a wrong way. Ahankar is a principle, tattva. What is that tattva? In the waking experience, we are predominantly functioning with the intellect, cause, effect, logic, reason. In the dream is basically experienced by the mind, all confusion and chaos. See? And in deep sleep, it is the ahankar that is functioning. How can ahankar function in deep sleep? Because in deep sleep, the body is not disintegrated. There is no identification with the body. But that principle, because of which the five great elements of which the body is made, they are held together. So if you want to understand ahankar as a principle, it is like the magnetic power in a iron. How that magnetic power holds the iron pieces around, in the same manner, ahankara is that principle because of which the five great elements are held together in the body form and functioning continues. And therefore, in deep sleep, the hair grow, the nails grow, the digestion continues, the blood circulation continues. This principle is taken, these activities are taken by this ahankar. See? Therefore, when we talk this in a loose manner, oh, he is very ahankari. Everybody is ahankari. Without that, you will die. See? Therefore, these are the atra abhimanat ahamiti ahankriti swa artha anusandhana gudena chittam. And then the mind is associated with the various kinds of gunas, rajasic, tamasic, etc., and gets engaged in all the activities of life. See, this is the one part of the subtle body, Jnanendriyas, Karmendriyas. Then required the power to make this body function is the pranamaya kosha. So prana, pana, vyana, udana, samana, bhavati asau prana, swayameva vritti bhedat, kruti bhedat, suvarnavat salila adivata. Now here more point I'll tell you, be attentive. External is space. Inside the hall is also space. So the quality of the space outside and inside, it is different. It is same. From our point of view, we will say, I am inside the hall and a car is outside the hall. From the spaces point of view, you think Both the car and hall are in me. If this is clear, external air, internal air. External air is air, internal air is called as prana. It is modified, having come in contact with the capsule of consciousness where the body is. And therefore, external air is converted into, like the external space is converted into a temple, a bedroom, a toilet, a kitchen. In the same manner, the external air is converted into the prana, apana, vyana, udana, samana. These are the functional differences of the energy or the power. Therefore, what should be our understanding? Our understanding should be whether the prana is inside or the body is in the prana. When this hall is dismantled, will anything happen to the space? Nothing. When this body is destroyed, what will happen to the prana? Nothing. But then we are told again and again, see, when somebody dies, the prana goes out. And we are so convinced of this because we are convinced that life is inside, prana is inside, and therefore this happens. Vedanta is not for supporting our foolishness, but getting rid of that. So once we are clear that the body is in the prana, then we will go to the next step. This, any object which is known, like this Bluetooth instrument is outside. Where is the knowledge happening? Outside or inside? Think over this. You are all seeing me. Whether you are knowing me outside or inside. I am outside you, but you are knowing me inside, is it not? Therefore, the mind has to be only one. There cannot be two minds. In one mind, the knowledge is happening, in another mind, the object is there. No. And therefore, the body and the prana, they are in the mind. Mind is not in the body. See? All your wrong understandings will be changed. And this difference, inside outside, is null and void in deep sleep. In deep sleep, we are inside the body or outside the body. We are inside the room or outside the room. We are inside America or outside America. When this notion of inside outside doesn't exist, the world doesn't exist. But we continue to exist. See? Therefore, what should be the spiritual practice? Recognize this. Nothing to be done. So suppose you consider yourself to be some responsible person, husband, wife, brother, father, mother, all in-laws, outlaws, very good. Do your duty, but don't get entangled in that. See, how to do that? Wherever you are, whenever you are, whatever you are, be 100%. After it is over, get out. See, the other day, somebody asked me this question, Swami, you go around the world to so many places. How come so many people love you and you go, they are waiting for you? I said, I'll tell you the secret. I came here 2 days before. When I came, Shirish was extremely happy. Then 1 day passed, he became more happy. 2 days passed, he became more happy. And the last day, he'll be happiest gone. Once I came from Australia to Mumbai. It was raining also, midnight. My friend Sham came to receive me. And he was naturally tired, exhausted because of heavy rains and traffic and everything. So he says, Swamiji, why are you running? Here, there, here, there. You have nothing, आगे पीछे. ना कोई institution है, ना कोई disciple है, ना. Why are you running around? I said, thank you for your concern. I really appreciate. Now, from now onwards, I will not go anywhere. I'll stay in your house. No, 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 I don't mean that. See? How much we respect the sun. Do you know what is the reason? Because sun comes and goes also. Space we don't respect. Because never has come, never has gone. See? Therefore, all these prana, etc., mind, etc., they are not in me, but I am in them. This we have to clearly understand. Okay. Now, after having said this, the teacher now brings all of them together. Vagadi pancha, Shravanadi pancha, Pranadi pancha, Brahmukhani pancha, Buddhyadya vidyapi, Chakama karmani, Puryashtakam, Sukshma sharira mahu. Now, here is another important point we have to learn. See, friends, घंटी बजाओ, पूजा करो, जप करो, it is okay. But that is not all. Don't discover as if, I have finished. No, 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 no. Go within. It is so important, friends. Life is totally different thereafter. So, external body we have understood. The whole gross world comes into existence because of external body. Now, there is internal body called as the Sukshma Deha, the subtle body. Now, what is the subtle body? Vagadi Pancha, the five Jnanendriyas, five Karmendriyas, Pancha Prana, then the Pancha Antakaran, Panchakam, Manabuddhi, Chitta, Ahankara and Antakaran. All these Pancha, Pancha, Pancha. Therefore, it is called as Prapancha. Five. This root is Pachi, Pachi Vistare. Whole thing is an expansion of the five. Five great elements, five tanmatras, five objects, five jnanendriyas, five karmendriyas, five pranas. This is how the prapancha is expanded. So, buddhyadi vidyapi kama karmani puryashtakam. So, these 8 principles are called as the sukshma deha, the subtle body. Now, after that, idam shariram shrunu sukshma sannitam lingantva panchikrita sambhavam savasanam karma valanubhavakam swa ajnanataha anadirupa upadhiratmana. Now the subtle body, therefore, is the one which is responsible for giving us all kinds of experiences. It is called a linga deha, subtle body. Also, it is called a jiva. And it is made up of the apanchikruta mahabhutas that we don't have to go unnecessarily in detail. And savasanam. Now be attentive. This is another important point. One of my spiritual practice, what I learned is when after washing my clothes, here the machine washes, in Mumbai I wash my clothes. So after washing, you squeeze them by hand and put it on the tap so that after the bath I can put it for drying. And as usual, I forget. And then in the afternoon, when I want to iron, oh God, it is not put for drying. When I take that, because of the heat, that squeezed lungi is dried. And when I open it, it is in a Bharatanatyam pose. How can I put on that? So I had to take the iron and iron it. That time I learned what I am telling you. You also learn. When the lungi is spread on the iron table, you see so many wrinkles. And because of that, the beauty of the cloth is hidden. Then move the iron, where all the wrinkles have gone. See? The beauty of the cloth was hidden behind the wrinkles. But when you removed them, where they have gone? Nowhere. They did not exist. It was only an appearance. Exactly the same way. All the thoughts, all the worries, these are like the wrinkles on the mind. The only way is remove them. The one step further. Once a thorn went in my foot and I could not remove it, forgot after some time. After 3-4 days, it started giving pain. So when I was limping, my friend said, Swamiji, what is wrong with you? I said, nothing, I'm all right. No, no, you are limping, something wrong with the foot. I said, yes, something is paining, I don't know what it is. He said, let me check. So he checked. There was a kind of small abscess kind of thing, very tender, red, swollen. He said, hey, something has gone inside, let me remove it. He removed. There was a big thorn. After it was removed, then I asked him, I said, now what next? Nothing, it will heal automatically. You don't have to do anything. Again, there I learned this principle. When a foreign body entered the tissue started reacting. And it will continue giving pain till such time the foreign body is in the tissue, is it not? What is the way out? Remove it. Thereafter, don't do anything. If this is clear, exactly the same way. When a foreign body enters the mind, there an abscess comes. Then abscess is called as a thought. It is painful. Now this is easy to understand. A thorn entering a foot. But how can the objects enter the mind? Objects enter the mind like we enter the mirror in the form of a reflection. It is an entry without entrance. So how the worldly objects enter our mind? When we have given importance to anything in this world, that thing or being has entered in our mind. See, friends, when something happens to somebody's child, we become philosophers. These days, children are very rowdy, they are not disciplined, and parents also don't take care of them. No, we are talking about your son. Oh, immediately everything changes. Because that dumb son has entered our mind. And the entry is only when we have given importance to something. Friends, nobody can help us in this except wisdom. We have to recognize this. Whenever we are disturbed, that disturbance is having in its womb the seed of Mr. Somebody. See? This is how the thoughts are born. Now, when we move the iron, so what is the iron here? It is the heat of wisdom. See? We will live with everybody in this world, but we will not get entangled with anybody in this world. See? Padma Patra Mivambasa, Bhagwan says in Bhagavad Gita. Like the lotus leaf is in the waters, born in the water, grows in the waters, maintained in the waters, but not a drop of water can touch the surface of the lotus leaf. We all have to live in this world as usual, but don't get so much involved and entangled that somebody has to tell, Babaji, will you please keep quiet? It's so important. We have to draw a line. This much, not further. Now continuing further, this subtle body, स्वप्नो भवत्यस्य विभक्त्यवस्था स्वमात्र शेषेण विभाति यत्र स्वप्ने तु बुद्धि स्वयमेव जागृत कालीन नाना विधवासनाभिः कर्त्रादि भावं प्रतिपद्य राजते यत्र स्वयं ज्योतिरयं परात्मा. Now this dream is explained. What is the dream? Dream is the experience of the subtle body and Swamatra Sheshena Vibhati Yatra. Other than the subtle body, there is nothing else. Now, Swapne tu Buddhi, in the dream, the intellect or the mind, Swayameva, whatever it has experienced during the daytime, all those are formed as impressions on the mind, and then those impressions start playing, and this is how the dream starts appearing. And there we get entangled that I have a bad dream, I have a good dream. See? And this is all eliminated by we, the absolute self, not getting influenced by any one of them. Now be very attentive. See, I'll tell you one of my experience where from I learned this point very deeply. Eureka. This happened in UK. I was traveling from airport to Wales. On the way, we had to stay in somebody's house, a British house, very neat, clean, systematic. And we reached there at about 10 o'clock. I said, no food, I am okay now. I had to sleep. So the nice bed, next table, some bookscape, water, everything was there. So I took some book, read for some time, put it back. Then I wanted to switch off the light. When I looked behind, that light as if entered my eyes. I couldn't see. With great difficulty, I could locate the switch switched off and light down. When I closed my eyes, I saw that bright light. Then I opened my eyes. I saw the street lights. Then again I closed my eyes. I saw that bright light. And Eureka! I was the one who was illuminating the experience with open eyes, an external object. I was the same one who was illuminating the experience of the impressions on the mind without the objects. Meaning, I was neither the waker nor the dreamer, although I played the role of a waker and a dreamer. Dear friends, one more homework. Who goes to sleep? The waker doesn't go to sleep. He is not in the deep sleep. The dreamer doesn't go to sleep. He is not in the deep sleep. The deep sleeper also doesn't go to sleep Because he is watching the sleep. Don't we say, I had a good sleep, but in between I had bad dreams? Who can say this statement? Waker cannot say this statement, I had good sleep. He was not there. See? I had bad dreams. This also cannot be said by the waker. He was not in the dream. Then who says it? The one who is becoming a waker without getting influenced by the position of a waker. The one who is becoming a dreamer without getting influenced by the position of a dreamer. The one who is supporting the deep sleep without going to sleep is the one who makes this statement. I had good sleep, but in between bad dreams, work on this. Otherwise, we become only the parrots. See? Friends, whenever anything we do mechanically, you are out of the spiritual field. I'll tell you one example. In Mumbai, there was one Gujarati lady, very nice, and following, this Pushti Marg. So one day she came. I used to go to her house, take food and all that. One day she came, Swamiji, please forgive me. I said, what you have done? I don't get interest in this puja and chanting the name. Enough of it. I'm mechanically doing it because my mother-in-law is on my head. I don't want to do it. So I'm doing it just like that. Why this is happening? I said, Mama, you are evolving spiritually. Anything you do mechanically, you cannot have joy in it. See? That is how why government servants are boredom. Because mechanical. Go to the office, चाय ले आओ. कुछ किया ही नहीं, चाय ले आओ. There is no charm, there is no challenge. See? The same thing happens with the so-called spirituality. See? The importance is not understood. In Pune, I was talking on a text, Sadachar, very deep text. And evening Bhagavad Gita. One very elderly person, he came, very sincere, very nice, well read. He said, Swamiji, why don't you take the morning class in the afternoon? He didn't understand what he's talking. I said, no, because the morning doesn't come in the afternoon, so I have to take it. Do you know why I am asking you? Why? Because in the morning, I go for a morning walk. And I have been very regular going in this. People tune their watch by looking at me. I go to that Parvati and come back every day. Let it rain, anything. I never stop in my whole life. I am known for this in this whole locality. Where is he caught up? अरे भगवान को पकड़ो ना. Anything you do mechanically, you lose everything in your life. See? Therefore, you see, human mind cannot remain attracted, engaged, and involved in the same thing, in the same job for a longer period of time. And therefore, karmani chitta shuddhartham. Karma is done for purification of the mind. What is the impurity of the mind? Impurity of the mind is likes and dislikes. I don't like it, but you have to do that. Okay, I do it. That's it. Not for getting anything. See? Or for time pass. See? You have to look after the children for what? For time pass, nothing else. But we imagine, I want to make the best child out of me. See? And we get entangled. See? Therefore, karma is only for purification, and much more I'll tell you in my Mahamantra. Karma is for time pass. Don't imagine we can do something great in this world. You cannot improve the mirage waters. You cannot change the mirage waters. You cannot destroy the mirage waters. See, friends, but we get so much involved in this world. So, karmani chitta shuddhartham, if our karma is helping us to get out of this worldly involvement, we have done the karma yoga. Then, aikagryatham upasanam. Upasana, puja, poti, japa, etc. It is done for what? To make the mind available to us whenever we want. Ekagrata, single pointedness of the mind, does not mean the mind has become single pointed, like you take the thread and purify it with your saliva and then make it hard and then put it to the eye of the needle and it doesn't go. That is not ekagrata. Ekagrata is our mind is available to us whenever we want, for whatever purpose we want, for whatever length of time we want, the mind is available to us. It is for that purpose, that's it, not beyond it. See? And when the mind is thus pure and single-pointed, Bhagavan Shankaracharya says, what is the definition of a pure mind? KG1, KG2 definition is, you should not insult others, you should not become angry, blah, blah, blah. KG1, KG2, enough. Pure mind is that mind where the inquiry about the truth kindles. Who am I? What is this world? Whence? How long? What is the perfect mirror? Where our reflection is exactly as we are. Pure mind is that mind wherein there is a complete withdrawal and only the thirst to know what is the truth. Therefore, this dream or the subtle body functional basically in the dream, and swapne tu buddhi swayameva jagrat kalina vasana vira samadhi. So all the impressions which we have gathered during the waking, that alone becomes our dream. It is for this purpose. This is the problem I have heard from many families. This happened in Coimbatore. Now all of them are grown up. The children, I used to go there for satsang. In a family, brother and sister. Brother was in class 10 and sister was in class 8. And both the parents, their parents were there. So 4 old fellows at home. And whole day, they will be having the TV as if a relay race. And the small house, the children have to study. But they will not leave the TV switch off. So the children told their mother, Mommy, please tell Dada, Dadi, Nana, Nani. All the time they are watching TV, we get so disturbed, we have to study, exams are coming, you tell them. So the mother told her parents. This is the thing what children are. No, they let them go and stay somewhere and study, In our time there was never TV. Now TV has come, till we die we will see the TV. TV has spoiled the elderly people than the children. Get so much stuck to that. See? And then such terrible things are seen, and then you go to sleep. Do you think Bhagavan Krishna will come in your dream? What kind of food we give to our body, that we are careful. But what kind of food we give to our mind? Are we careful about it? And then we say, oh, I had a very bad dream. Naturally, you will have bad dream. But what are the content? That only will come. So, the subtle body is the cause for kartradi bhavam. The notion that I am the doer, I am not the doer, I am the sufferer, I am the enjoyer, etc. In this manner, these two bodies we have seen. Now we come to the third body. धीमात्र कोपादि विषय दे अशेष साक्षी न लिप्यते तत्कृत कर्मलेशैः यस्मात् असंगस्तत एव कर्मभिः न लिप्यते किंचित् उपाधिना कृतैः. Friend, one thumb rule I'll tell you. Prakashak, illuminator, is not influenced by Prakashita, illumined, is the rule. Now this light is illuminating satsanga. It doesn't become holy. Now the same light will be illuminating the filmy song gathering. It will not become bad. Rule is the same. Now come closer to yourself. Eyes are seeing, illuminating color red, green, yellow, white. Eyes are not influenced by them. Not influence means what? Not only colors and forms don't influence, but their presence and absence also doesn't influence. If there are more people, will there be a burden for the eyes? Arey baap re, itne aa gaye, kaise dekho? No. If all of them go away, is there any loss to the vision? No. Now apply this principle. See? Waking comes, dream comes. Is anything added to us? In deep sleep, both waking and dream has gone. Is there any loss to us? Are we not illuminating waking, dream, deep sleep and samadhi? So waking and dream do not add anything to us. Deep sleep and samadhi, we do not lose anything. Na kuch pana, na kuch khona. For this, what sadhana you have to do? Om Nishya, 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 Om Nishya. What sadhana? Life is a time pass. Relax. And whether we are going the right way or not, how do we know? Spend time all alone without the company of anything or being every day, at least for some time. And find out, do you feel lonely when you are alone? Because we feel lonely, we want some. Gandhiji has 3 monkeys, isn't it? Now there are 4 monkeys. The 4th monkey is friends. Therefore, धीमात्र उपाधिगा अशेष साक्षी न लिप्यते कृतकर्मलेशैः. We are just illuminating the waking, dream, deep sleep and samadhi. This is what Bhagavan said in Bhagavad Gita, 15th chapter. Sarvasya chaham hridi sannivishtaha. I am the very heart of everyone. What you do there? Mattaha, because of me. Smriti jnanam apohanancha. Smriti, dream. Jnanam, waking. Apohanam, deep sleep. And chakarat, samadhi. I support all of them. Therefore, sarvaihi vedaihi, the purpose of all the scriptures, all the Vedas is sarvaihi vedaihi aham eva vedyaha. what is worthy of knowing, what is the meaning of spiritual practice, is to know who you are. Presently, we know what we are. Discard this what and discover this who. Hey, friends, how important it is. We are mother, father, brother, husband, wife, in-law, outlaw, American. These are all conceptual. It has no value. See? A simple rule is many names appearing on account of certain conditioning is an illusion. This is the rule. One man, he is son, husband, father because of three conditioning. Father, wife and son. He has become son, husband and father. Has he become three? Number one. Number two. The other day one girl asked me this question. Somebody, I am divorced. My mummy asked me to talk to you. I said, no, I am not available. I don't want to get married to you. No, Swamiji, you listen to me. All right. Her question was, in their house there was some function, some puja puthi going on. And she was told, you cannot attend this function because you don't have a husband. So you go out, come after the puja is over. Now the question was, after divorce, the girl becomes a widow or not? When the husband dies, she is a widow because there is no husband. After divorce also there is no husband. So after divorce, the girl becomes widow or not? It was the question. I said, I have studied all the four Vedas. Nowhere this topic is discussed. There was one couple came from Middle East to meet me in Mumbai. I was just going for my lecture. Swamiji, we want to discuss with you something. I said, not now. I am going for the lecture. If you want me to listen to you, you have to listen to me. Come, listen to satsang. So satsang they have to attend. Then we came and yes, now what is your problem? Swamiji, we have changed our mind. What happened? We came here with a view to take your blessings for our divorce. Can you imagine the height of foolishness? So we wanted to get the divorce according to Hindu tradition. How can you become miserable with such cartoons around in the world? Friends, see, when you have anything appearing more than one is because of the upadhi. It is not real. It is functional, but not real. Like north, east, west, south. Are they real? They are all space. Because of the conditioning of the sunrise, they are labeled. Similarly, the longitudes and latitudes, are they real? They are useful. Because something is useful, because something is appearing, that doesn't mean it's real. No. Husband is useful, husband is handy. That doesn't mean it's real. And thereafter we start becoming miserable. Therefore, Maharaj, come to discover this. We are essentially holding on to the truth. And then Karnataka, play the game of life. But in playing the game of the life, we get so much entangled that we forget we have come to play the game and we end up in the war, frustration, anger, all kinds of things. Na lipyate kinchit upadhina krutaihi. Therefore, papa, punya, dharma, adharma, these all belong to somebody who doesn't exist. One day I went to the police station and told the police officer that, please arrest me, I have come to surrender. What happened? I have killed my wife. Looking at you, it doesn't seem that you can kill even a mosquito. No, really, I killed the wife. Okay. Tell where the killing happened in the dream. He said, you have come to a wrong place. Go to a mental hospital. Because dreamer is not real. Exactly the same way. We only have to play the role. Play role. And while playing the role, don't forget. So, how to play the role of a husband? Tell us. If you are a happy husband, you have learned Vedanta. Although you are husband, yet you are happy. So, husband part is doing your job, happiness is the man. See, friends, therefore, don't get too much involved with anything that it will make us miserable in life. The other day, one boy asked me this question somewhere on the airport. You are running around the whole world, talk so much, but people don't change. Don't you feel bad about it? I said, am I mad or what? I don't want them to change. Let them suffer. My market is maintained. See, nobody can change anybody in this world. God has failed. Do you think you and me can do it? See? But no, but I am doing for the betterment of my children. But do they want it? Oldies, particularly like me, all the time talking about the past. When we were children, see, it happened, a conversation, it came on YouTube or somewhere, or somebody sent me a WhatsApp, a live one. The grandfather told the grandson is American, ABCD, and grandfather was from Tamil Nadu. Beta, you should come back to India. See, India is our place. Enough of America. He said, Dadaji, where were you born? We were born in some village in Tamil Nadu. Now, where are you? Now, we are in Chennai. Uh, are you going to back to your village? No, beta, there is nothing there. What will I do? Therefore, we shifted here. The child said, Dadaji, the same thing. There is nothing in India. We are here. We are happy. Don't bring your past in the present and destroy their joy. See? सर्वव्यापृति कारणम लिंगमिदम सच्चिदानंदात्मना पुंसः वास्यादिकमिव तत्क्षणे तेन आत्मा भवति असंगोयम. So what is the subtle body? Now be attentive. Subtle body is like a hammer in the hand of a person working. When the hammer is used hitting on a nail, the one who is hitting, he doesn't get hit. It is a nail that is hit. In the same manner, nothing happens to us. Mind has this thing, sometimes depressed, sometimes frustrated, sometimes angry, sometimes this thing. These are all pertaining to mind, not to us. We are untouched by anything. See, friends, therefore, what should be done? The other day, yesterday only, somebody came from Atlanta, and that girl was telling, Swamiji, another 2 years, I'm going to retire and get my parents, my in-laws, everybody over here, and I want to serve them. Seva karo. So please tell me. I said, don't do that foolishness. You imagine your parents will come here and be happy? Let them be happy wherever they are. Don't create mess. And second thing, you don't retire in life. Work till the last day of your life. Produce wealth. Retirement is not the way of spiritual life. See? This I learned in Mumbai. Mumbai, people live in small houses, matchboxes, and is retired people at home, and the children have to go to school, college, or office, and all that. And these retired people have nothing to do. They go to the bathroom. Yad gatvana nivartante taddhama paramam mama. Then the ladies have to tell, you go out for a walk in the morning, okay? And don't come till 10 o'clock because once you are here in the house, I can't do anything. Go away. But the same person was respected and revered when he was producing wealth. How important it is. Don't retire. Engage yourself in some kind of activities in life. It is not necessary that we have to only work to earn. No, work for a joy. In Bangalore, there was one person, our Shankar Maharaj and he. Together, they have translated my book, The Fundamentals of Life, in Tamil. Shankar Maharaj was the main one. He corrected it whatever is required in Tamil. You know who is he? He was a civil engineer and he retired in Bombay. He was with some big company. And then the last parting dinner, I was also involved. And then he said, now after retirement, I am going to be with Swamiji, do all his work. Take care of his food, his clothing and everything. I will take care of everything. This is what I decided. I said, stop. To protect myself from people like you, I had no ashram. I don't want you, anybody around me. Then, what should I do? I said, you want to work for me? Yes. Then work what I want, not what you want. Yes. I said, whatever is your field of expertise, continue in the same job. There are many avenues you can apply, you will get a job. Job getting is my responsibility. Apply. He applied in Middle East. He got a very good job because lot of construction going there, no problem of job. And then he said, Swamiji, what do I do with my salary? I said, I grant you 50% salary as maintenance. And 50%, you give that amount to anybody who is neither intelligent enough to get scholarship nor having any criteria to get freeship from the government. Such middle class, average children, they suffer maximum in life. To such students, you educate whatever number 1, 2, 3 you can do it. He did it for 3 years. And complete, like a metamorphosis, complete change. He has translated all the 4 Vedas in Tamil. Otherwise, retirement, sit whole day and eat. No. Whatever faculties we have, use them fully. Never retire in life. Otherwise, we will waste this beautiful opportunity to evolve spiritually. So, all these things, body, mind, our sense organs, these are the instruments through which you function. Any instrument which is not used for a longer period of time, it becomes out of date. I don't know singing, although I like very much, but I don't know how to sing. So one of my friend, he says, Swamiji, you have got a very nice voice. Please sing. I'll give you a harmonium. He gave me a harmonium in my room. And I don't like that. So he came after 6 months. Swamiji, what you have learned? I said, what? That harmonium, I said, where it is? It was lying there only, not touch. Oh God, you have not even opened one. I said, no, I have not opened. Then he just pumped the air and boom, it broke. Any instrument which you don't use becomes useless. So, our mind, our intellect is to be actively involved. All these diseases of Alzheimer and forgetting is only because the intellect or the mind is not active. Keep yourself busy, active. then you will see the change in life. So, after this is said, then andatva, patutva dharma, saugunya, vaigunya, vashadi, chakshushaha, madhirya mukha tathaiva, shrotradi dharmaha, natu vetturatmana. Now, all the modifications of the sense organs, they belong to the sense organ, not to us in this manner. Slowly and steadily, we have to withdraw from our all faculties. Then comes the prana. What the prana does, all the air is converted into the five things and they are used for maintaining the power house of our body. Like in any place, this hall is a body, electricity is a power, and a mic is the knowledge. In the same manner, our body is the house, prana is the powerhouse, and our mind, our intellect, etc. This is our means of communication. So, if the eyes are not functioning, nothing happens to us. Eyes are not functioning, we are the same. In short, changes in our body, changes in our faculty has no impact on us. So also hunger and thirst, these are the qualities of the prana, they don't belong to us. Continuing further, the teacher continues. These points I am going fast because you all know that. अंतःकरणमेतेषु चक्षरादिषु वर्ष्मणि अहमित्याभिमानेन तिष्ठति आभास तेजसा अहंकार से विज्ञेयः कर्ता भोक्ता अभिमानी अहम सत्वादिगुण योगेन च अवस्था त्रयमश्नुते. Now this ahankar tattva, he is holding on to these Dhanendriyas, Karmendriyas and all the modifications of the mind, and thereby all of them are kept together, and thus a fictitious personality is born called the I. Now what this I does? Ahankara se vidneha kartra bhokta iti abhimanyaman. Be attentive. See, whenever something is associated, any action is associated with the sense of doership, then only it is called karma. And the karma create the karma phala. So all the sadhana is what? Recognize this. That who is the doer? So there are three ways we express. With the sattva guna, we are in the waking state. In rajoguna, we become the dreamer. In the tamoguna, we become the deep sleeper. So this one reality, becoming ahankar of the waking as a waker, becoming ahankar of the dream as a dreamer, becoming the ahankar of the deep sleep as a deep sleeper. Vishwa, Tejas, Prajna. These are the three technical names. And all the three are superimposed on the absolute reality that we are. Like the man is Paramatma and the son, husband and the father, they are the Jivatma. Who suffers? These three. Man doesn't suffer. And who are these three? Nowhere. Can we separate the man and husband? What is the distance between the man and the husband? What sadhana that husband has to do to be the man? All these things, when you start contemplating properly, you will come to know that the cause of our disturbances, misery, frustration is nowhere outside. It's exclusively we are responsible for everything. Atmaiva Atmano Bandhu, Atmaiva Ripuratmanaha. We are our friend, we are our enemy. See, friends, the more you work on this, one day you will come to know this principle. We all suffer maximum only because of us, not because of others. Suppose I suffer because of Mr. X, so I'll run away. If I suffer because of a particular place, I will leave that place. If I suffer because of a particular food, I will leave that food. But if I suffer because of myself, where will I go? Then such people distribute their miseries to others generously. How important it is. Therefore, one spiritual practice I told you, spend time all by yourself without feeling lonely. Extremely important. Constantly, some kind of company we want because we are fed up of ourselves. See? Work on this. Then this Vivekachoodamani is meaningful to us. So, antakarana meteshu chakshiradishu varshmani aham iti abhimanena tishtate abhasa tejasa. Now be attentive. How the knower is born. See? This is one of the most important principles we all have to understand. Is the time over? Time over? Almost. Okay, I'll give you a parting gift. Try. A bucket, in that bucket water, sun in the sky. The sunlight is illuminating in two ways. General, everything where the bucket is, where the water is, everything is illuminated. The common light. There is a specific light. In that water, there is a reflection of the sun. From that reflected light, another light comes out. And this is clear. This reflected light also has the ability to illuminate the corners where the sun doesn't go. But does it mean it is real? It is not real. Exactly the same way. Paramatma reflecting in the waters of the mind. So, body is the bucket. In the bucket of the body is the waters of the mind. And in that mind is reflected the light of the consciousness and the reflected light in the intellect as if enlivens the body. That principle is temporarily appearing. If the waters are completely gone, where the reflection has gone? Nowhere. When the life no more expresses as mind, water gone, consciousness cannot reflect, no jiva. So when the water goes away, where will the reflection go? Nowhere, because reflection never existed. In the same manner, when the divorce happens, where the husband and the wife go? In search of another husband and wife? No. They never existed. The purpose of studying Vedanta is to come to know this, that you are divine. You are not a soul. Otherwise, the whole life will go punya, papa, dharma, dharma. See, yesterday you must have seen there, when the puja, they always say in puja, papoham, papa karma ham. Arey, yaar, you are divine, you are not papi. But even to the father they called papa. Papaha, papo, papaha. Mahapapi. Om Purnamadaha Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate Om Shanti 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 Harihi Om Sri Gurubhyo Namaha Harihi Om